Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am WZ-120-1G and we are back. We're back with another video. Unfortunately, we are not back this weekend with some sub replays. We're going to give sub replays a miss this weekend because we're going to concentrate on the Chinese tanks that have come for sale this weekend. And pretty much this weekend, I want to get these videos out, and maybe during the week I will do some sub replays. But for now, we have the WZ-120-1G FT Tier 8 Chinese tank destroyer, the first Chinese tank destroyer to come available in Wotb. It has the 120mm caliber gun. The DPM is 2,908, penetration 248 with an alpha of 400. Now I put the SU-101 there because that's pretty much the closest thing in its tier that plays the same or similar to this tank. So the aim time is 1.72, the dispersion is 0.326, and it's got 6 degrees of gun depression. The aiming arc left and right are both 10 degrees, and it has 50 kilometers per hour speed. So not bad at all. Seems good. Stats seem nice. View range 253 there. The whole armor is 120, side 80, and the rear is 45. So not a bad tank through the stats. Now, this is on the test server with my friend American Atta M, good friend of mine, another contributor, and I just wanted to see close up what the armor is really like. And you can see we are both in the WZ, and the front armor doesn't seem too great. The side armor, although you can't really HE it with this tank, you can HE the rear. The rear is really weak, and you are going to get penned with HE quite a lot if you let tanks get behind you. Now we're in the rev now. Forward, you can see the reddish, the middle obviously is really red, and you can see at an angle the front hull is quite red, and it's very trollish, except for that bottom plate. That bottom plate is, anyone can pen that. It is a really weak part of the tank. Excuse me. And you can see there is a tiny hatch on top. That is also pennable with HE, which we are going to show you right now in the rev. And this is just the rev. 182, not the best damage, but you give that to a tier 9 heavy or a tier 9 tank destroyer, and I'm sure it's small, so it's going to be very hard to hit. And you can see there, no problems putting him on fire. And now we have the AMX M449. Pen him nice and easily frontally, but the AMX is known for its strong turret. Heat into that front of the turret, no problem at all. And this is the IS-6, known for its frontal armor. That is just, nothing is red on the front of that armor, so it's easily pennable, very easily pennable on that IS-6. So the penetration is really good. The reload 8.4 seconds is really good with 400 alpha, and the speed is really good. So we have 2 battles for you today, sent in from a friend of mine, Radical. He is in my clan. He totally sent me these in. I totally did not play his account to get some footage at all. He sent me those in, and I decided to use it. And it is 2 ace battles, but it is pretty easy to ace, as this was near on as soon as the tank come for sale. And you can see we are facing the mediums, and we're going to sit back. So with the DPM of this tank, it not got great armor, although you will bounce a few shots. You'll get the occasional bounce when you are angled. The gun depression isn't that great, so for that J Panther we do have to get up on this little hill, which would expose your frontal plate and get penned. And you can see there, AMX CDC did bounce, although we did get shot from the right. So to play this tank, I would probably play it as a support tank. Now you can play it either as a support tank with the mediums. I like going, I played this a few times on the test server, etc. And I like going with the mediums because it's got the speed to help the mediums. So you can either play it as a support tank for the mediums. You can play the sniper tank, save your hit points, and when it gets down and dirty, the later stage of the battle, when there is a few tanks that are low hit points, then you can start rushing in and using the DPM, which is pretty much what we do here. CDC, although we do get lucky, we get a track shot, or Radical gets a track shot into him, and then our STA takes him out. He does get, unfortunately, bounced on that T69 there. Very lucky T69 indeed. But the IS-5 on the team is going to take him out. So it's now 6 against 2. No problem. There is a T28 behind, and then there is this IS-3. And you can see, no problem penning the frontal plate of these heavies, which is massive, which is good. Great gun. Great gun. Now, the price tag on this thing is pretty much £43. Is it worth the £43? Now, I won't be buying one of these because of the price tag. It is too steep for me, especially when you've got 4 kids, you're trying to move house, Christmas around the corner, and September is like the worst time of the year because I've got a daughter's birthday in September, then I've got a son's birthday in November, a son's birthday December, Christmas December, my wife's birthday December. So from September is pretty much shit for me. So I won't be buying it, although if I did have £43 spare, I probably would buy this tank. I'm not saying it's worth it, and I'm not going to judge anyone if they do buy it, and I'll be happy if you buy this tank, because it is a good tank and it's a great tank to own. Not just because it is the first Chinese TD, but it is really a good tank. It really is a good tank, and when you play it as a support tank, like I'm pretty much doing now, I'm not front line, I'm pretty much at the back, not camping at the back, but we've got a few side shots in there. We're going to get the Panther 2, although he is penning us as well, and he has got, I believe, better DPM than me, so we don't want to get shot too many times from that Panther, although he does now get taken out. So it is now 6 against 5. There's a Hells in there, that's a one shot, that bounces. Not sure how that bounced the side of a Hells in, but the J Panther can take him out. So now it is 6 against 4, and this is when you can use your gun to your advantage and you can rush the enemy. So unfortunately for this one, we did lose a little bit of hit points, so we are a 2-shot. So if we was full hit points, we can completely rush in, start using our DPM, but we can't. We've got 1 shot there from the T-34, and now we are 1 shot, so now we have to play it safe. But there's only 3 tanks left, so there is the IS-5 who's going to get taken out very soon, get 1 shot into him, leaving him on a 1 shot. The T-34 is a 1 shot, and there is an IS-3 that is full health. So the T-34 has now been taken out. The IS-3 is not looking this way, so they can push forward. It's now three tanks on just this IS-3, and they get 1 more shot into him, and you can see only 3,100 damage. Not a massive damaging battle, but these are very easy aces because no one really had the tank, and you only need like 1,000 XP at the moment to ace this, but I'm sure that will change very soon, and I can see this tank getting some big numbers. You can see there's 78,000 credits, ace battle, 3,100. So yeah, the WZ-120, it's a very, very nice tank, and if you do own it, you will enjoy it, and it's money well spent. It's not like £43 for a meh tank, it's actually quite a nice tank. So that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Tomorrow we will have the 3 Chinese tanks in store for you. But for now, I'm Meezy69, and I'll catch you soon.